Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Command Line Kung Fu book. Enjoy. All right, Command Line Kung Fu. I love this book by Jason Cannon. Um, we're going to. What we're gonna do is in this Command Line Kung Fu book is we're gonna go through and we're gonna try some stuff. We're gonna read it because I guess this is like a small book, but it's pretty chunky. It's got a lot of stuff in it. There's a lot of stuff that I don't use, so we're probably just gonna pick the stuff that I think I want to learn. Um, all right, hold on. Let me log into my. Minimize this from my last video. All right. So, if you guys don't know what Command Line Kung Fu is, it's basically shortcuts to do things, right? And I love it. So it makes things faster and more efficient, and stuff like that in Linux. So, all right, let's do this first one. So this one says create a text file from the command line without using an editor. So cat, I just call it a caret. Point to file, Control D. If you need to make a quick note and don't need a full-blown text editor, you can simply use cat and redirect to output to a file. Press Control D when you're finished to create the file. So let's try that. So cat. Hey, why did that just take that with me? That's weird. Maybe I'm gonna take them both. Alright, so we're gonna open up a terminal here on the desktop. And we're gonna do let's just do what it said here. So it said cat redirect, and let's call this, we'll just do a shopping list. Shopping.list. Is that what it says? Shopping.list. Now let's see if we got that. Oh, now we're making the list. Okay, so we're gonna do eggs, bacon, I don't spell that right. Coffee, and then I'm gonna press Control D. And we're gonna see what happened. Where is it? Shopping list. Eggs, bacon, coffee. Nice. So so I wonder how you can go back and I guess fix that. Well, I know how you can fix it, but I mean while you're doing it, if you've already pressed return. I like this. This is awesome. This is like if I wanted to do when I do my other videos, I like to do instructions, right? So I can actually do that now. So I can cat that. I can say instructions. Dot text. I could say type in command line. And I could say so I could say bash whatever, right? And then I could say this. Right? I don't know. I'm just typing stuff. And then just press Control D to get out of that. And then I could say cat instructions. See, and it wrote it for me, so I can actually do this from when I do my instructions for when I'm hacking stuff or whatever, right? And um now I'm just gonna try to remove this. What the heck did I call the other one? Instructions. And now they're gone. All right, so I like that command line kung fu. That's awesome. I don't know how much faster it is, right? Because in reality, I could just go here, create document, and then I could just name it, go in. But that's if but this is straight off the command line, right? I don't need a text editor, so I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so now let's go to let's see what else we got. So we're gonna try to remember that. Well, that was easy to remember. You're just gonna use the redirect. Um, then you can go in and do whatever you got to do. Create your little. So I'm gonna start using that command line kung fu. That one. This is gonna be a quick video, maybe like 10 minute, but I love command line kung fu. All right, so this one was a great one. Let's go to the next one. Display a block of text between two strings, and I don't know if I'm going to use that one anytime soon. Delete a block of text between two strings. So what else we got? Fix common typos and aliases. Alias typo equals correct spelling. If you find yourself repeatedly making the same typing mistake over and over, fix it with an alias. Should I make comment? I make constant mistakes all the time though. But here's this. That was interesting, but I don't need to use that one yet. Sort the body of output. What? Sort the body of output while leaving. The header on the first line. Okay, I don't know what this is. Remove a character or a set of characters from a string or line of output. The TR command is typically used to translate characters, but with the D option, it deletes characters. This example shows how to get rid of quotes. I don't know if I care about that one. You can also let TR count the number of occurrences of a string. Actually, this is probably, let me see. Unique command omits adjacent duplicate lines from files. Since unique doesn't examine entire file or stream of input, unique lines, it only unique address lines. And let's see, that might be it. This might be a quick video. Networking and SSH. Serve files in the current directory via a web interface. Serve files in the current directory via web interface. Python. So this one, by default, this command starts a web server and serves up the content in the current directory over port 8000. This one is a great one to know if you don't know, right? You can change the port by specifying it at the end of the line. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. If no index HTML file exists in the current directory, well, the directory listed is shown. Start the web server and use a web browser to navigate it. This can come in handy when you're working on HTML content and you want to see how it looks in a web browser without installing and configuring a full-blown web server. So Python, a simple HTTPS server, I'm going to have to try this. I'm going to have to try this. I'm going to open a terminal right here. I'm going to start me a Python service. Python -m, yeah. Simple. I've never used this. Simple. It's always just an HTTPS. Nah, I don't think this is right. Yeah, this is not. This is stupid. I don't know why. I don't like the way this is written. It says simple HTTPS server. That's not the command. It's just this. You know, you're starting an HTTP server. It's just HTTP.server. This tricked me. And then you can specify the port. It's always going to be on port 8000, but this is good when you're setting up some kind of like hack, when you want to listen or when you want to, well, you're setting up a HTTP server. So yeah, I already know how to do that. So, but that's good for, you know, if you guys don't know how to do that. Here's how to set up. Oh, this is pretty cool. This command line code for this thing. Here's how to start the web server on the standard HTTP port. Since port 80 is a privileged port, i.e. 1024 or lower, this requires root privileges. Mount a directory from a remote server on your local host via SSH. User mount mount point. Sometimes it's easier to work on files and directories if they are or appear to be local to your machine. For example, you have a local application that doesn't exist on the server that you use to manipulate files. Okay, hold on. For example, maybe you have a local application that doesn't exist on the server that you use to manipulate files. Instead of downloading the file from the server, modifying it, and then uploading it back on the server, you can mount the remote directory on your local workstation. Here's an example of updating a website over SSH. Make directory web files. Okay, SSHFS. Home JSON public HTML. Bluefish web files index HTML. Fuser U web files. Okay, just like SSH command, you can use the user host format if you remote. Alright, that's fine, but I'm not going to do that. Also, if no directory is specified after the colon, then your home directory is assumed. Get your public IP from the command line using curl. Alright, that's actually a good one. Curl. If you ever need to determine your public internet IP address, you can use the ifconfig.me website. Let's try that one. So curl. I don't use curl a lot, but let's try it. So curl ifconfig.me. Six 5129718. What? /IP. Oh, didn't want to tell me the host, huh? All right. So this one's pretty cool. This chapter. Does it go in chapters? Obviously, networking, SSH, shell scripting. All right. So what was the first one we did? Shell, text processing and manipulation. Oh, that's cool. I like this book. All right. Let's see. SSH into a remote system without a password. Okay, SSH keygen, SSH copy ID remote host, SSH remote host. In order to SSH into a remote host without a password, you'll need a SSH key pair consisting of a private and public key. The remote host, the contents of the public key need to be in SSH authorized keys. The SSH copy ID script performs that work. If you need to generate a key without a password, simply hit enter when prompted for a passphrase. You can optionally supply a blank string to the end option. This is a key gen. Generating public key enter file. Same. Huh. Alright. That's enough of the command line kung fu. Command line kung fu, I like to make it quick. They're not long videos, they're quick videos. And they're fun, right? So I learned how to create a text file really fast without a what do you call it, text editor. So I mean, that was great, and I learned a little bit of the other stuff. I don't know, some of this stuff, you're never going to use, but I mean, it's good to know of. And go through the book. We're going to go through this book and then see, what stuff that we can refer to later, maybe. All right, this was Hack the File, and this was Command Line Kung Fu. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.